The Bold and the Beautiful full episode breakdown, Will's collapse, Luna's tears, and Bill's point of no return in one of the most emotionally and morally explosive episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful to date. The walls close in around the Spencer family as a deadly misunderstanding sets off a chain of irreversible consequences. What begins as a private hospital moment between mother and son turns into a high-stakes collision of love, guilt, survival, and legacy. A confession meant to bring clarity becomes death sentence. A protective instinct twists into a lethal command. And standing at the center of it all, Luna, with the truth in her trembling hands, and Will clinging to life as the weight of one night threatens to destroy him forever. It all unfolds within the quiet, sterile walls of General Hospital, where Will Spencer lies in a hospital bed, recovering from stress-induced complications following a whirlwind of personal, emotional, and legal turmoil. The secrets surrounding his involvement with Luna Nozawa, a woman long believed to be dead, who returned under a false identity and seduced him while he was under the influence, have taken a toll on him that no medication can suppress. His hands tremble. His breath shortens. His mind replays that night on a loop. Katie Logan sits at his bedside, her voice soft, but her heart heavy. She leans in, brushing her fingers through her son's damp hair, trying to ease his anguish with the truth he deserves to know. And so she whispers it. Luna is alive. She's the girl from that night. The words cut deeper than anything Will has heard. His eyes flutter, jaw clenched, pulse surging. His heart monitor spikes. He tries to speak, but instead, pain grips his chest like a vice. The machine screeches in panic. Nurses rush in. Katie screams for help. In the haze of morphine and panic, Will clutches Katie's hand, his voice barely audible. Tell Dad fix it, don't let it destroy me, fix it. It's not a plan. It's a plea. A desperate son begging his powerful father to save him from shame, from public exposure, from the guilt of what happened. But Bill Spencer, standing outside the room and overhearing only fragments of the plea, draws a very different conclusion. He hears the word destroy, the word fix, the sound of agony in his son's voice, and his instincts kick in. Not as a businessman, not as a strategist, but as a father capable of eliminating anything that threatens his family. In that moment, Bill Spencer makes a decision. He calls his security team. Handle it, he says coldly. No loose ends. No media. No mistakes. Handle it all now. As his orders are carried out in the shadows, Bill heads toward the recovery unit, planning to stand at his son's side. What he doesn't expect is the face waiting for him in the hallway. Luna, alive, standing just outside Will's room. Her eyes red from crying, her hands shaking. In her grasp, a large envelope sealed with a single photograph inside. A picture of the night in question. Not taken secretly. Not by accident. It's a clear shot of Luna and Will together at the party. The timestamp is unmistakable. The framing, perfect. It wasn't random. It was orchestrated. The encounter, what we'll believe to be chance, was anything but. Bill's eyes narrow. His voice cuts through the silence. What the hell are you doing here? Luna doesn't move. She doesn't speak. She just lifts the envelope slightly, enough for him to see the photo inside. The image says it all. Not only was she there willingly, someone made sure it would happen. Someone wanted that night to unfold exactly as it did. She finally speaks, her voice broken, whisper thin. He deserves the truth, not more lies. Not your kind of justice. Before Bill can respond, another voice cuts in. It's Lee Finnegan. Calm, steady, but unmistakably dangerous in her resolve. She steps between Bill and Luna, blocking his path like a mother lion. You want to protect your son, Bill? Then start by not destroying him. If you bury this truth, if you chase vengeance instead of understanding, you don't save Will, you sentence him to darkness for the rest of his life. Bill doesn't flinch. His fists clench at his sides. He begged me to make this go away. Lee's response is sharper. He begged for peace, not blood. He doesn't even understand what really happened because none of you have told him the full truth. Not Luna. Not you. And if you act on what you think he meant, you'll carry that guilt long after he's gone. And then chaos. From inside the recovery room, the heart monitor flatlines. The red line shrieks across the screen. Will Spencer is in cardiac arrest. Nurses rush in. The crash cart slams against the door. A nurse yells. Code Blue. Bill turns toward the glass window, his face draining of color. His son motionless, convulsing, slipping away. All at once, everything goes silent in his head. The revenge, the rage, the orders he just gave, the man he once was. Now he is only a father. A father staring at the moment he may lose his son forever. The seconds tick like hours. The defibrillator charges. The paddles rise. The shock pulses through Will's chest. Luna sobs silently outside, clutching the envelope tighter. Lee stares forward, unmoving. Bill, caught between action and paralysis, has one final decision to make. Run with the lie, erase the girl, erase the picture, erase the pain, or go in, call off the wolves, and fight for his son the only way that matters, through truth. The nurse yells for someone to prepare the second shock. Will's body jumps again. No response. Bill's hand goes to his phone. His thumb hovers over the contact. One call, and his orders will be carried out. Luna's presence erased. The photo gone. The narrative rewritten. But his other hand moves to the door handle. Toward Will. Toward what matters now. The monitor flatlines again. And Bill must choose. One path saves his name. The other, possibly, saves his son. And in the bold and the beautiful, the cost of that choice will change everything. Forever. The Bold and the Beautiful full episode breakdown, Portrayal by the Bay, A Fall from the Cliff, and Bill Spencer's ultimate sin. The tide has never been higher, not in the Pacific. And not in the lives of the Spencers, the Foresters, or the woman who found herself at the center of a storm she never intended to cause. In a single night, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers one of its most shocking, emotionally devastating, and morally complex episodes to date, a sequence of betrayal, desperation, and irreversible choices that will redefine everything that follows. It begins with a promise, a lie dressed as redemption. Bill Spencer, desperate to regain control of a situation spiraling beyond his power, arranges a private meeting with Luna Nozawa. His voice on the phone is calm, low, persuasive. He tells her he wants to meet near the bay alone. Just the two of them. He tells her he's not here to intimidate or accuse. He says he wants to make things right, to take responsibility for what will can't, to end the pain once and for all. Luna hesitates. Every instinct tells her to stay away. But the envelope in her hands, the one with the restaurant security footage from that night, is too heavy to ignore. She doesn't trust Bill. She doesn't trust the shadows around this story. But part of her still believes in justice. She still believes that if Bill sees the truth with his own eyes, he'll stop. He'll understand that Will wasn't a victim of seduction. That what happened was orchestrated, yes, but by forces neither of them fully understand. So she goes. She takes the file. She takes the risk. And she doesn't go unnoticed. A black SUV pulls out slowly from a side street minutes after Luna leaves her apartment. The driver keeps his lights dimmed. He follows her all the way to the coastline. In a separate thread, Will Spencer, barely recovered, bandaged, and visibly weak, discovers the meeting through a hospital source. Panic sets in. He knows what his father is capable of. He knows that a cleanup in Bill's world rarely ends with forgiveness. Against all warnings, against his own failing strength, Will steals away from his room, gets into a hospital transport vehicle, and follows them toward the cliffs. His knuckles go white around the steering wheel. His breath is shallow. He mutters to himself, "Don't hurt her. Don't do this, Dad." By the time Luna arrives at the windblown overlook near the infamous cliff house, the sky has already darkened. The sea roars below. Salt and mist whip through the air. There are no witnesses, no cell reception, Just Bill, standing near the cliff's edge, hands in his coat pockets, waiting. He doesn't greet her with a smile. He nods once, motions toward the ocean. Peaceful, isn't it? He says. Luna clutches the envelope tighter. Why here? She asks. Why not your office? Or a lawyer? Bill turns to her. Because this isn't about legal matters. This is about dignity. For my son. For you. For everyone caught in this mess. Luna isn't buying it. She steps back. If this is about dignity, then why are you still threatening me? Bill shakes his head. I'm not. I brought you here to make amends. He reaches out, palm up. Whatever you have on that night, whatever happened, I want to see it. Luna pulls the envelope closer to her chest. You don't get to rewrite what happened. Well, and it wasn't some scandal you can bury. I didn't hurt him. And I didn't come here to be buried either. Bill takes a slow step forward. I believe you. But the world won't. This file, that footage, it will hurt him more than you realize. You may think you're saving him with the truth, but it will tear him apart. Everyone will see it, twist it, use it. Do you want that? Do you want to be the girl who ruins the Spencer legacy for a second time? Luna's face breaks. I didn't ruin anything. I loved him. And he loved me before he even knew it was me. He was confused. Yes, but he wasn't drugged. He wasn't trapped. He wasn't a victim. The wind intensifies. Papers in the envelope begin to flutter. Luna tightens her grip as Bill steps even closer. You don't know what I'm trying to protect, he says quietly. If this gets out, it's over. For him. For me. For everything, Luna shouts now, no longer afraid. Then maybe it should be over. Maybe it's time the truth got to breathe for once in your world of secrets and lies. And then it happens. One step. One misstep. One gust of wind. Luna stumbles backward. Her heel catches the edge of the damp stone. She spins. Her foot slips. She cries out, reaching for anything, a tree branch, a jacket, a railing that isn't there. The envelope flies from her hands. The folder bursts open midair, pages scattering like white birds into the ocean spray. And Luna, she falls down the side of the cliff, into the roaring black. Bill lunges forward but catches only air. Her scream echoes once, then silence. He stares down into the darkness, his breath caught in his throat. He doesn't move. No call for help. No phone out. Just stillness. Behind him, tires screech. Will's car skids to a halt on the gravel. He stumbles out, clutching his side, screaming into the wind. Luna. He sees Bill at the edge. Sees the empty space where Luna once stood. Sees the envelope pages floating below. His knees hit the ground. His face contorts with horror. What did you do? Bill doesn't answer. For a long moment, the two men are frozen, one in grief, the other in paralysis. Will drags himself to the cliff, peers over, calls out again. Luna, nothing. No reply. Just water. Bill finally moves. Slowly. Calmly. He turns to his son. It was an accident. His voice is flat, cold, detached. She slipped. Will doesn't believe him. His scream tears through the night. She came to tell the truth. You were going to silence her. Bill doesn't argue. Doesn't justify. He simply says, I was protecting you. Will's eyes fill with tears. You killed her. A siren wails in the distance. Someone must have seen the crash or heard the screams. The moment is collapsing. Bill's empire is seconds from being exposed. And still, all he can do is whisper, I did it for you. As the emergency lights grow closer, Will backs away from his father, step by step. The same man he once admired, now a stranger standing at the edge of a cliff soaked in salt, blood, and lies. Somewhere below, in the freezing ocean, truth sinks with the tide. But the bold and the beautiful isn't done. Because in this world, nothing stays buried forever.
Oh.